solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
For this scenario, we would like some help from you, the audience.
Yes, we'd like to split you down the middle, just like we are on stage.
When you on this side can see or hear us protesting, join in with us if you like.
When you on this side see and hear us soldiering, join in with us if you like. Please stay in or by your seats though.
What do we want?
Social Security!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Social Security!
When do we want it?
Now!
We want you to disperse.
We have the gun!
Disperse now!
Or protest our tear gas!
Disperse now!
We have the gun!
What do we want?
Social Security!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Social Security!
When do we want it?
Now!
Hey, don't we already have Social Security?
Well, not for long, since the U.S. Senate just passed the president's new budget, slashing Social Security and government employee pensions by 20% initially and 10% each year after that.
What?
Of course, the salaries of the president, the vice president, and the Congress people are not getting cut.
But I paid into Social Security through my job for years. I'm counting on those funds for when I retire.
Me too!
I need the funds.
What is going on with the government?
Well, then you should join us. What do we want?
Social Security!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Social Security!
Hey, does that mean military pensions are getting cut too?
It sure does.
But I was counting on those funds for when I retire.
Me too.
I need those funds.
What's going on with the government?
Then you should join us. What do we want?
Social Security!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Social Security!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Social Security!
When do we want it?
Now!
Protesters have been gathering in larger and larger numbers in metropolitan areas across the country for the past week as part of what some are calling the Eagle Rising movement.
What is going on?
The president has called on the National Guard to quell unrest in 12 cities.
I ran into one of those protests on my way home from work today.
Why are they protesting?
I guess the president wants to put new austerity measures in place by slashing Social Security benefits.
The protests are in response to the new austerity measures the president is seeking to balance the budget.
And Congress is going for that?
The US Senate passed legislation reducing benefits by 20% in the first year and 10% each year after.
Critics of the administration claim that U.S. citizens are entitled to Social Security benefits that they paid for in deductions from their paychecks.
Aren't they worried they'll get voted out of office?
That's what we thought would happen when they slashed Social Security disability benefits, remember?
That damn Citizens United case has ruined everything.
A high-ranking military representative, speaking on condition of anonymity, has said that slashing military pensions is stirring up widespread discontent among military families.
The revolving door between government and corporations, with the cream of the 1% skimming off the bulk of the government spending.
This just in. A general who resigned from the president's last administration has organized other disgruntled military officials and announced a takeover of crucial government functions. The general has appealed to the public for calm.
We recognize the popular appeal from the Eagle Rising movement for a government that is responsive to the interests of the people. That is why we have taken the president, the vice president, and other government officials into custody this morning. We have also shut down the U.S. Congress for the time being. I will be taking over as acting president of the United States.
What Regime change!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Regime change!
When do we want it?
Now!
We recognize the popular appeal from the Eagle Rising movement for a government that is responsive to the interests of the people. That is why we have taken the president, the vice president, and other government officials into custody this morning. We have also shut down the U.S. Congress for the time being. I will be taking over as acting president of the United States.
What about Social Security?
And our military pensions.
I'm so glad you asked. We have restored full Social Security benefits and military pensions effective immediately.
Hip hip!
Hurrah!
Hip hip!
Hurrah!
Hip
Hip hip!
Hurrah!
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 Hip hip!
On this, the anniversary of the people's mandate for my presidency, I am happy to announce measures necessary to combat the terrorism that continues to plague our beloved nation. Effective immediately, we have instituted constitutional amendments to ban all political parties of the opposition as they are hotbeds for terrorist recruitment. We are also prohibiting all protests and any public gatherings of 3 or more people that have not been approved by our government.
Down with a fascist military dictatorship! Down with a fascist military dictatorship! Down with a fascist military dictatorship! Return to democratic rule! Return to democratic rule! Return to democratic rule!
We have restructured the U.S. Supreme Court by appointing 3 justices to ensure justice prevails. We have also delayed national elections for 6 more years to ensure a smooth return to democracy. I, of course, will remain in presidency during this difficult, turbulent period. These constitutional changes have been made in a democratic climate powered by freedom.
Free elections now! Free elections now! Free elections now! Free elections now! We now bring you reactions from a U.S. politician living in exile in Cuba.
These constitutional amendments empower the executive and military at the expense of a weakened judiciary and legislature. Doing so eats away at the separation of powers and it deteriorates the rule of law.
Excuse me, sorry to interrupt, but we have just received word that under the government's new media decree, we are no longer permitted to broadcast protests or speeches from members of illegal terrorist organizations such as the Democrat and Republican parties.
I never thought it would get this bad.
When we supported the military coup, we thought they were on our side.
We thought it was just a temporary takeover until popular elections could be scheduled.
What's going on here? Stop this illegal assembly at once!
Can't you see we're staging a play? Get off the...
In the name of the special powers granted to me by the emergency decrees of the transitional government of the United States of America, I declare this assembly unlawful. This assembly is a breeding ground for socialist and anarchist agitators. Disperse immediately!
Oh no, my dear Anna, stay with me.
Exit the halls or face the consequences. You, off the stage!
What have you done? You've killed my Anna!
Damn terrorists are everywhere! Disperse now!